This video is intended to help you learn more about what to expect during an inspection. Inspections are mandatory and are structured to help your farm's owner learn more about what the farm is doing correctly in regards to produce safety and what can be improved. The produce safety rule covers the growing, harvesting, packing, or holding of one or more of the products that the FDA has identified as typically eaten raw. Produce safety impacts all of us, and it's important to remember what role you play in the process of getting safe produce to our communities and families. The day of the inspection, the inspector will arrive in a state-symboled vehicle. When they arrive at your farm, the inspector will be looking at the farm overall, as well as you and your work. The inspection isn't directed toward you, but instead is looking at overall produce safety, of which you are an integral part. You have an impact on produce safety, and the inspector may ask you specific questions about a typical workday. Remember that you have an impact on produce safety. One of the things the inspector is concerned about is reducing the impact of pathogens of concern that might come in contact with produce. Pathogens of concern can be spread through human and animal fecal matter and bodily fluids. If you're sick, think about if your sickness can spread to the produce, and if so, you may opt to stay at home or ask to conduct other farm activities. Coming to work healthy and clean has a big impact on the produce you're working with and public health. Make sure that you're not only coming to work clean and healthy, but that your tools and equipment are cleaned and sanitized as needed. Also, remember that the way you interact with your surroundings impacts produce safety. For example, if you're climbing a ladder, your feet and hands should go in separate places so as to not contaminate your hands with material that comes off of your shoes. When in doubt, wash your hands before coming in contact with produce. You also have the responsibility to keep an eye out for produce that may already be contaminated. If produce falls on the ground or appears to have a foreign substance on it, don't touch it, and alert your supervisor to ensure that contamination doesn't spread to other produce. Remember, this inspection is taking place to make sure the farm is following produce safety rules and isn't an inspection of you as a person. You play such an important role in this process. If you have questions about the inspection or produce safety, contact your supervisor. Thank you for ensuring that the produce coming off of the farm is safe to consume.